Hello everybody, this is Dino of the Ask Dino Show. I created this show to help people learn about the music industry, but sometimes we have shows about other facets of the entertainment business. This is one of those shows. We have the great Jasi Lanier, who is one of the best stunt women in Hollywood. This woman risks her life daily to basically entertain you, to make it real, to get the shot. She jumps off buildings, catches on fire, gets thrown from cars, takes and gives beatings. There's so many things that you wonder why a person would do such a crazy job. We will find that out today and more. The great Jasi Lanier, female stunt performer on the Ask Dino Show.
Welcome to the Ask Dino Show, the only show where you get your questions answered about the music industry. Hosted by music biz veteran, Los Angeles record producer of the year, Dino Mataloni. With special guest artists performing and answering your questions. Brought to you by A. Klein Chocolatiers and Village Candy Kitchen, the best chocolates in the world, bringing you sweet unity. Ladies and gentlemen, Dino Mataloni.
Dino, he knows.
Hello and welcome to the Ask Dino Show. My name is Dino Mataloni. We're coming live from Los Angeles, California, and tonight we are separating from the music business. We are going into something different tonight. We're going to go into the stunt performing world, and we have one of the best there is, Jasi Lanier. Lanier, I'm sorry. Jasi, how you doing? Thank you for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
All right, I'm glad you're here. Okay, now, what I want to do at first, before I do anything, I want to read some of your credits, okay, so people know what you've done.
Okay.
Okay. You have done Alice in Wonderland. You've done Dexter. Is Dexter coming up?
Dexter is coming up this season.
Okay, okay. So are you going to be like a reoccurring thing on that, or?
No.
No.
It was just a little guest star.
Guest star.
Thing.
Okay, okay. You've done The Closer.
Yes.
You've done iCarly, which I watched today, which was really cool. You kind of kicked butt on a bully.
I've been doubling on iCarly for 4 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, cool. You've done Raising Hope, you've done The Mentalist, you've done Castle, Law and Order, The Vampire Diaries, Wrangler Jean commercial, which is totally awesome. You've done a lot of videos, movies, TV, on and on. You've just done a whole bunch of things. How long have you been doing this, by the way?
I've been doing stunts for 5 years now.
Okay. Okay, now the first question, I watched the videos today, and your videos, and I was blown away. I couldn't believe it, how dangerous this job is. And I know that you take a lot of precautions and stuff. But what I want to know, and it's the people that have asked me to ask you, is what drove you to be in this kind of a business where you can actually literally get killed anytime you go to work?
Me getting into stunts was a process. After college, was doing acting in horror films. I was a scream queen, and I was modeling for comic books. And I was, paying off my students' loans and really enjoying what I was doing, but not loving it. And I had seen an article in a magazine called Femme Fatales, and they had these 3 stunt women, and they were beautiful and they were strong, and I was listening to all of the different things they were doing, and I was like, that's it. That's what I wanted to do. So 5.5 years ago, I moved to LA to become a Hollywood stunt woman.
That's awesome. Okay, so now what I want to ask you is, what does it take mental? Let's go to the mental thing, because, let's say you're waking up in the morning and you got to jump off a 50-foot cliff, or you're going to get smashed up, and what does it take mentally to be able to do this, to where you're not like, oh my God, and just go to the job?
Well, the mental preparation is actually, I think, one of the most important aspects of stunts. At any given time, we have to accept as stunt performers that we can get hurt, permanently damaged, or killed, and that's just part of our job. Now, we do use safety, and if we have the luxury of rehearsal or some time on your own, you try to work out the best way you think the stunt can happen. And also for me, mentally, what I do is I play it out in my head. I do visualization of the process, and I also prepare myself by doing some Tai Chi, so I'm calming myself but remaining focused, because I want to be relaxed when I go into the stunts. It's scary, yes, but you want to be relaxed and focused, because if you're tense, you can get hurt.
All right, okay, so you just know you've got to get your mind to a certain spot so you can just do the stunt and have it flow and not be all, whatever.
Yeah, you want to be able to commit 100%, because if you're tense and you're apprehensive, that's definitely going to be dangerous. When there's things that you see, okay, I have to hit this mini tram and jump over these people and land over there, I don't focus on not hitting the people, because if you think about not hitting the people, you're going to think about hitting them. I think about, I got to get over there, that's home. My goal is to get home, and I just make that my complete and utter focus to do that 100%. And the instant I have to do it, I'm 100% committed to that stunt in hand.
Awesome. Now, what about physically? I mean, I know that you do a lot of different training. Can you give some of the young people out there that may be interested in doing what you're doing, what do you need to do? Because, you know, you're large in stature, so what do you do to get into shape so you can withstand all this physical punishment?
The two biggest things I incorporate into my training physically, though there's so much that I do as far as different kinds of sports that we use in stunts, is martial arts and gymnastics. Martial arts and gymnastics, because martial arts is going to teach you some, both of them are teaching you body awareness. A good martial art like judo, karate is going to teach you how to hit the ground. Gymnastics is going to prepare your body for air awareness, because a lot of what we do is in air. If you're doing a stair fall or a car hit or jumping off a building, you want to know where you are in air. And, but a lot of sports can come into play, you know, swimming, because maybe you're doing underwater stunts, bicycling, rock climbing. You just want to stay very physically fit, because if you have to, like, you know, run, jump over something, hit the ground multiple times, you want to have the stamina to keep on doing it, because you might have a long shoot day.
Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go to a video. We're going to see her stunt reel. So Jasi Lanier, check out this stunt reel. Check it out. Wow, that was insane. That was great. I loved it. Totally nuts. Now you know why what I was talking about. Okay, let's talk about some of your projects that are coming up. I know that you talked about Dexter and also The Closer and maybe some other things. Can you tell us some of the things that are coming up soon for you?
Things that are coming up right now, The Closer just aired. I was part of a scene where there was a drive-by shooter and there's these explosions. We all have to jump out of the way and there's glass flying everywhere. Dexter, I actually had a stunt acting role. So I actually had to be, I look like I'm getting kidnapped. The guy's trying to kidnap me. He's picking me up all over the place, and somebody sees him and he drops me on the concrete and I went away to safety. So that was kind of that role. I'm also on a new pilot that's coming out called Cherry Bombs. It's an all-female jackass stunt show. Oh, wow. But not gross.
Are you one of the ones that do all the crazy things?
I am one of the Cherry Bombs under the name Firecracker.
Cherry Bomb.
We are one of the Cherry Bombs. There's 10 women, all stunt performers and circus and gymnasts and all different kinds of physical but beautiful, sexy, silly women. And I'm in the show, and it's going to be awesome. But we're not doing anything gross. We're not eating weird foods or anything like that, but it's definitely, we had like stilt dodgeball, wrapping each other in bubble wrap and racing down a hill, you know.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, super fun. My name is Jasi Lanier. I'm a stunt woman, and you are watching the Ask Dino Show.
We'll be right back.
Dino. He knows.
A typical A-Klein day. Davey dropping by after school. Goomba Fred and Marie selecting a favorite piece. Just another A-Klein day. Or was it? It seems that word is getting out about A-Klein chocolate here.
I wonder what their grandparents think.
And just when you think some people will never see eye to eye, it happens.
Can I help you?
That one. No, that's my husband. Dead husband.
I don't think so.
Wait a minute.
For 20 years, A-Klein Chocolatier bringing people together with sweet unity. A-Klein chocolates are all made by hand on the premises by expert chocolatiers, led by owner and celebrity chocolatier Dawn Campbell. All kinds of chocolates and gifts for every holiday and occasion. They bring people together in some ways you'd never expect. Like I said, just another day at A. Klein Chocolatier, the sweetest of unity.
Bye, Davy.
All people, all ages.
A. Klein Chocolatier in Claremont, California, and Village Candy Kitchen, Oak Tree Village, Yucaipa, California. World-class chocolates and gifts for all holidays and occasions. Order online at aklein.com. A. Klein Chocolatiers and Village Candy Kitchen, the sweetest of unity.
I want to get back to the stunt acting, performing. What I want to know, whenever I see, people watch movies and they don't realize the amount of danger in a 5-second scene of just doing something. So how much of it does a stunt coordinator go through every aspect of it, even mathematically, to make sure you don't get hurt? Is there a lot of that?
There is, and the more difficult the stunt or the more dangerous, whether it is fire or explosions or cars or underwater stunts, the more you work it out. And that's when you hope that they have the most amount of rehearsal. There's a good, you go over every aspect. Nowadays we tape all our rehearsals so we can show it to production or bring the director in, make sure we can tweak everything. And then before we do any actual stunt, even a fairly simple one, the stunt coordinator will bring in his people, the stunt people, and the crew and have what they call a safety meeting. Explain exactly what's been going on, who the safety people are on set, if something bad goes, who's the first person to come in and make sure everything's okay. I'm very lucky to be in this business in a time when we are so safety conscious.
Right, and now are the stunt coordinators, like, are they the people that consider you, these are my kids, and they do everything they can to make sure that you don't get hurt?
I can't speak for all stunt coordinators, but most stunt coordinators are definitely trying for us to not get hurt, but they also understand we are stunt performers. So if I have to hit the deck, meaning if I have to be in a mini skirt and I have to fall or get thrown on concrete and I can't wear much pads, that I have to take a bump, what we call taking a bump, and you might get scraped or bruised or banged up, and that's part of the business too. We are going to take bumps because we are stunt performers.
Part of the job.
But the idea is to just take a bump, not be in the hospital.
Not take a broken head.
Exactly. So bumps and scrapes and bruises and stitches sometimes part of the business.
Okay, which brings me to another question here. Is it when you get, now you don't got to say the amount of money, but is it the more dangerous the stunt, is it the more that you can get paid? In other words, if it's something you could, like, really crazy, does your pay scale go up for that?
Generally, because there is no specific formula, we have what we call a stunt adjustment. So on top of our day rate as stunt performers and overtime and meal penalties, we get an adjustment. And usually there is an adjustment. Depending on how difficult or dangerous, we get a bigger adjustment, and oftentimes can get adjustments for several takes.
Right.
So if you maybe have to do a car hit and you have to do it 3 times, you might get it per take.
Okay. Now, what's the worst injury you've ever had? What's the worst one?
I've been very lucky thus far. I must say I've been very lucky. I've had stitches a couple times, and I've had a small burn on one of my fire burns. I did bang up my shoulder on a safety video with where I had to have a forklift crash on top of me.
I saw that. It came right down on your head.
Actually looked like it hit my head, it hit my arm, but the other shoulder kind of got tweaked out.
Oh, I see.
So I got pretty lucky but I've been lucky not to have broken bones or anything major thus far, something, knock on something, but I have had stitches a couple times and bruised and some small burns.
Okay. But nothing life-threatening or anything like that?
No, I've been very lucky.
Good.
I'm very grateful.
Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to go talk about crazy. We're going to go to the Wrangler jean commercial, correct? Is that what it is?
Wrangler jeans.
And you're going to see this woman catch on fire, and this is mind-boggling. Wrangler jean commercial. Check it out. Okay, Now, can you explain that? I mean, okay, first what I want to know is, when I saw this, and every time I've seen anybody get, when they put people on fire, I know that they have certain amount of protective clothing and gels or whatever that you use. How do you protect yourself from breathing the flames in and burning your lungs up? That's, you know, because it's all over the place and you got to move and run and all that stuff. How do you keep that? Is there a method for that, or is it just the luck of the draw?
I mean, inherently, I'll take a breath before they set me on fire. I've also been fire eating so long, so I think innately I know to not breathe in with fires around me. Now, also in that ad, I don't know if you saw, I did a fall through glass, a couple falls through glass and explosions through the glass as well on that one.
Yeah, that was nuts. Speaking of fire eating, she does fire eating dances and she does fire eating. This is another video we're going to go to, but tell us how you got into that and how long you've been doing that.
I've been fire eating well over 10 years. I saw this beautiful, like, belly dancer, and she was sexy and she was eating fire, and I was like, I have to learn how to do this. So I got compelled, and I did fire eating with like a burlesque troupe for a while, and then started dancing with fire chains, which is called fire poi, and fire fans. So it just compelled me. It was beautiful and dangerous and sexy, and the way the mind of, you know, a future stunt woman at that time works is that I have to do it.
Did you get, did a professional fire eater teach you this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I trained with someone.
Okay, okay, good. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go to a video of her in her fire dancing and her fire eating. So check this out. Once again, totally crazy, but it was very cool. Okay, now, what about your website? If people want to hire you, they want to talk to you, they want to connect with you, do you have a website? Do you have a place where they can go see your demo reels, things like that?
Check me out at www.jasilanier.com, and that's JASILANIER.com. And you can see all those videos, my resume, pictures. You can contact me through email there, or you can contact me through Missy's Stunt service.
Awesome. Now, what we like to do before the end of the show is that we always give our guests a chance to give the young possible stunt performers out there that are looking up to her and have seen her work. Maybe you can give some advice to these young people that want to do what you do.
You know, if you're doing sports, do them. If you're doing BMX biking, dirt biking, skateboarding, roller skating, if you're swimming, do it. And keep on getting really good at those sports, because every sport imaginable is useful for stunts. And the other thing I would say is study martial arts and gymnastics. Those two things are going to be the most important things you're going to use in this business. You're going to fall, you're going to fight, and you want to know where your body is in air. Nowadays, too, a lot of the younger people are being expected to do what they call parkour or free running, and I would look that up and try to find places where you can have classes and learn how to do that as well. Those skills are going to be essential for you to be a stunt performer. And the other thing I would say is find out about who the big dogs are in the business. Go to all the Stunt Association websites, read Hal Needham's book, read Vic Armstrong's book, and educate yourself. As if this is what you want to do, find out who your elders are in this business and get to know who they are, because you're going to meet them on set one day.
All right. Jasi, thank you so much for coming down. You were awesome. And don't try any of this at home. Whatever you do, she's a trained professional for a long time. Don't do any of those stunts at home until you train with a professional, okay? Okay, so I'd like to thank David McNeil, our producer, Gordon Michael, our tech director, Gordon Get Better, Steve on the boards, James on the cameras, Don Campbell, A. Klein Chocolatier, fantastic chocolates, the best in the world, Jeff Mataloni, our artist. Please keep watching the Ask Dino Show. We got many more episodes coming up. My name is Dino Mataloni, and thank you for watching. Look, everybody, it's Don Campbell from A. Klein Chocolatiers, and she likes Jasi's work so much, she brought this fantastic chocolate down here for her. It's the best chocolate in the world. Look right there, Jasi, right there. Don?
Hi, you can come and see us in Claremont, California at A. Klein Chocolatier, or you can come up to Oak Glen, California in Yucaipa and see us there as well. We're just about to start our apple season there, beginning Labor Day weekend, so come on up, September, October, November. Have some apple cider, apple pie, and caramel apples and chocolate. You can also go to our website, www.a-kline.com. See you there.
Can I start, David? Here we go. No counting.